Galvanek, your 2008 Ford Ironman USA Lake Placid Everyday Hero.
Thank you so much, and again, I want to thank everybody that's here for what they did the last, 4 to 6 months training for this, because I would probably not be here today to give a little speech about the Ironman and the marathon I'll be doing this weekend. So thank you all very much. I also want to say it's going to be the coolest thing to be introduced by the Penguin. His book, Courage to Start, was one of the first running books, probably the first running book I ever read, and I've given it to countless people since then. It's got tattered pages, and people are always inspired every day by the Penguin. This past year was my 10th anniversary of my bone marrow transplant for CML at the Fred Hutch Cancer Center in Seattle. And I wanted to commemorate that with something, and my friends and coaches from the team and training program after we just finished the San Diego Marathon were like, hey, why don't you come check this Ironman thing out in Lake Placid with us? And I don't know if anybody's ever been to one, but it's the coolest thing you've ever seen. No one ever announced my name at the end of the marathon, but man, they announced everybody's name and their history and their age, and it's just one of the greatest experiences of my life. My goal on the campaign was to raise $140,600, and we topped off at $161,000. 10 years ago, when I was diagnosed at the age of 27 with CML, it took me a long time to understand what that really meant to have the disease, and the better part of the last 7 to really fully understand the ramifications of what it meant to be a cancer survivor. During the last 4 years, that's pretty cool though. During the last 4 years, I've been reconnected with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society primarily through their team and training programs, training for 3 marathons and a triathlon, which I've made a bunch of amazing friends, and most of them have a connection with a blood cancer. Speaking of friends, the literature before I was diagnosed always told me that you would lose friends, and to be ready for that when you get diagnosed with cancer. I have to say that was completely false. My friends supported me, and I've become closer with a lot of them, and I've made just hundreds more through the team and training and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society programs. My first connection with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society was with a person called Sarah Singer, and in DC she was your first call. And I can't say enough about the people that work in the society, and especially the ones that take the first call from the patients. When you're just like, your mind's running a million miles a minute and you can barely focus on anything, and they will tell you exactly what to do, where to go, who to talk to, and basically set you on your path. If there are angels on earth, Sarah Singer is definitely one of them. At the kickoff event, at one of the kickoff events for team and training, I met a little cancer survivor named Hannah. She's 4 years old. She had little short hair because she had just finished her, it was like about 1.5 years of chemo treatments. And she was handing out little bags to everybody that was participating. And in that bag was the purple bracelet. And during my training, well, after she gave it, I was not able to take it off. And I would look down at it on my 100-mile bike rides or my 20-mile runs, training for this ridiculous event. And she really was my inspiration. I can't imagine going through what I went through as a 4-year-old. I just want to thank a few other people that were on my campaign to raise the $161,000, which included some amazing people that helped manage my campaign, and my girlfriend Michelle, who's sitting in the front row videotaping this, so we can have fun with YouTube later. She showed me how to really chase the corporate money versus running away from the corporate world, which I've been doing my whole life. And I also need to thank my family. And when you're 27 years old and you're diagnosed with leukemia and you're told you need a caregiver, and you're not married, you pick your mom. That may have been more horrifying than actually having leukemia itself. I love my mom, but man, living every day, whew, I left home at 18 and didn't come back. My mother took a sabbatical from work and flew to Seattle to be my primary caregiver, and I had my sister in tow, providing much levity. A lot of the times, think, late 90s, following fish, dreadlocks kind of person, providing lots of levity on a day-to-day basis. My father would also fly out on the weekends, or as much as he could, from Pennsylvania to Seattle to support me. When I returned from Seattle, it took a full year for my immune system to recover, so I really wasn't allowed in crowds or things like that. So my dad and I would go golfing, and I'd be able to play 9 holes with a cart, and then I'd be able to play 9 holes without a cart, and we kind of built my stamina up. And I just want to, to my dad, my best friend, just thank you. This weekend will be my 7th marathon. If you count the one at the Ironman, it's sort of after a couple of things, so people are like, is it 6 or is it 7? I'm counting 7. When I'm in the training programs and the coaches and the mission people are saying, just focus on the transplant or the cancer patients and what they went through, it's nowhere near as bad as what you're going to feel on Saturday or Sunday. That's a lie. Somewhere between mile 20 and 26, I don't know if I ever felt anything quite like that when I was going through my bone marrow transplant. They give you lots of really good drugs when you're going through your bone marrow transplant. Somehow the Cliff gel, it really isn't going to do the same thing. I want to thank you all, just thank you all once again. Thank Team Training, thank the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, thank John Bingham for being here. And together, we all understand that research is the best medicine, and together we will continue to fund the cure. Thank you so much.